Okay, we're here, we start. Now, today what we'll do is a little bit of fur, stylized fur, which is cool. We'll see if we'll be able to, but I'm hoping that we will. We don't see the keys. Yeah, let's put the keys on. It's not a huge issue to not have the keys on, but yeah, many people are like, huh, we want to see your keys, what you're pressing, what's happening. Please, Nico, why are you doing this? Don't kill us. No, I mean, why don't you put the keys on? Stuff like this. It's not too much of an issue. This will be the mouth. And it's kind of ready. As you can see, it's pretty easy stuff. This cat, it's not easy. It's not easy. You can see it and say, but this is pretty simple, right? Yeah, super simple. But it's not exactly the simplest thing ever. There are some things that we have to be careful about, but I'm hoping that we will be able to do it now. Yeah, with a little bit of a little bit less polygons like I'm doing now, we'll not be able to do almost anything. So we have to increase the poly count, but first we will do one little tiny thing, which will be this, which will be his eyebrows or her eyebrows. But yeah, judging by the mustaches and everything, this is his eyebrows, I'm guessing. Yeah, it will be interesting if it's hers. Hopefully it's not. It will be a nightmare if this is a she. Although I'm not judging, you know, I'm not judging, and I'm not assuming. It's very bad these days to assume the gender of somebody. It's just, wow, how can you do that? You're so insensitive. How can you assume my gender? What the I mean, yeah, whatever. It's yeah, I was speaking to some Polish guys yesterday. They came here in Sofia, and we went to a restaurant, and it's interesting that even in Poland, I thought that Poland, as a, let's say, Slavic country, also close kind of to us, is not yet kind of given up into this woke culture, but it is. It started there also. So yeah, they told me interesting stories about how people are acting, about the racism and everything there, how they're very sensitive about a lot of things, which could be great, but you know, we have a saying here in Bulgaria, too much of something is never good. So yeah, when the things get too much, doesn't matter what, it started to get weird. So my suggestion, calm down, relax, cancel a few people. Yes, it's not a problem to cancel somebody because he's assuming gender. I'm not, of course, I'm not that guy. I'm not assuming gender. So this could be she, he, it, or I don't know the other genders. I'm sorry, I'm not that woke of a person. I don't know all the genders nowadays. They're relatively new to me. When I was younger, there were two genders, and now those things are, it's difficult. It's difficult to know everything. Hopefully some of you guys can enlighten me about how many genders are there, and some of the most, I don't know. Can you say that some genders are more common than others? Like, for example, men and women are more common than the other genders? I don't know. I'm just assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is something offensive. And I will gladly be called offender of the gender. Gender offender. Alright, yeah. Superman. Doesn't matter. But it's super cool. I like it. I like it. Interesting times we are living in. I mean, we have to be careful what we say. We have to be careful what we do. Of course, it's always like that. You have to be always careful in any time in history to not kill people, for example, which is great. I mean, it's fine. I don't like to be killed, so I'm all for that. But to be careful if to call somebody he or she. I don't know, just interesting times, as I said. It's pretty cool. It could be better, probably. could be just like 10 years ago or 20 years ago when nobody knew about any other genders than those genders who are normal genders. Ooh, cancel Nico. He said that those are the normal genders, but which one? I didn't specify which one are the normal genders, so relax. Don't cancel me yet. There is time. I'm not that famous to be cancelled, actually, so it's fine. I can say whatever I want. I can say even the N-word. I can say it. You think I cannot say it, right? Nigga. I said it. And nothing happened. The world is still here. There is no earthquake. What is happening here? I don't know. It's just amazing. But I can say whatever since first, I'm not in America. Very important. Second, I am not famous. Very important. So, yeah. There is a relatively good thing about not being so famous, you know. You can say say things that people usually cannot say when they are famous, you know. Because even white comedians are kind of restraining themselves of saying nigga, you know. I don't know. They are like, no, I cannot say it. It's no, this word, no. Wow, this word, even 5 years ago, was not that toxic to be said in white people. It's like, I mean, this is evolution or something else. I don't know. Now, super toxic for the white people to say it. But the black people doesn't matter. Black people can say everything. It's no problem. They yeah, white people are able to say white trash. Black people, can they say white trash? I don't know. Or something like this. Or hillbilly. I don't know. Is it offensive for a black person to say white trash? Just like that, not to somebody. Just to say the words. I don't know. But you see, I'm not that familiar with these things. Yeah. Okay, Claudia gives €2, which is great, and said there are only 2 genders. But you see, in my opinion, everybody can have their opinion. And I don't think anybody should force their opinion to the others. For example, I am a transgender gay person with one eye and one leg, for example. And I identify as a pirate trans something gender, for example. Yeah, for the normal people, I am just a weird man. But for me, I am some interesting type of gender. I'm something unique, which is great. But I shouldn't enforce my opinion to others. So for others, I could be whatever, man, no problem. For me, I could be whatever. A pirate transgender shit, for example. Just an example. I'm not trying to insult anybody. And insulting somebody should be impossible, actually, because what is an insult? Insult is something that you feel by yourself. So if you feel me insulting you, I can be insulting you just by watching you, just like this. It's insulting how he's watching me. Everything is by feeling, you know. Everything is in the eye of the beholder. So you are feeling insulted by me because you want to feel insulted by me, not because I'm deliberately insulting you or I want to insult you. You know, I'm so sensitive. Nico is watching me. No, I'm just insulted by Nico's voice. His voice is so insulting, don't you think? It's wow, it's so insulting. Oh fuck, man. Very insulting voice Nico has. Amazing stuff. How dare you have a gender? Wow. So we have opinions that no gender should exist. By the way, gender is something that is invented by men, by people. So it may not exist actually. So the stars and the sun, they exist. They may not be called like this in the universe. We have our names for those things, but they exist. Genders, on the other hand, we just call them that. They may not be that. Who knows? So deep, you know. We're always learning. Yeah, the sculpt so far look like that orange character from DreamWorks movie, that the big arms. Yeah, but because he doesn't have the teeth. When we put the teeth, the sculpt will look a little bit more interesting. Forget the character name. Yeah, I know it. Nico11, I finally caught live stream. Big up yourself, thank you. I identified a very good 3D sculptor. Ooh, but reality hit me in the face, now I'm ugly. So yeah, you can identify as an amazing person, a very good 3D sculptor, but that could be not exactly true, you know, but you can, of course, identify as one. I identify as a very, very rich man. No, I don't. But if I did that, if I identified myself as a very rich man, it will be just my perception of myself, because I'm not rich. So, but for me, I will be rich. I'm rich with love, you know. It's not money. Money don't, they don't matter that much, we may say. Money matters up to a point. Then, they don't. They don't. So we have the basics of our thingy. Noise. From now on, we cannot continue quite well without putting a little bit more subdivision. But we will do that not before we put the teeth on. And the teeth will be just a cylinder as always. And people will always ask me, but Nico, why are you doing the teeth from a cylinder? And nobody has asked actually this question, but if, for example, somebody asked it, it will be like this. Nico, why are you doing this? Get up a gun and shoot me in the face. For example, it's just an example. Identify as gender is a masculine and feminine, sex is male and female. The definitions are conflated and done on purpose. But you see, nobody said about the other genders. I've heard that there are more than 50 genders right now. Maybe 60, maybe 70, maybe 150. I don't know anymore. Nowadays, in 2024, I'm sure there are more than 100 genders. I'm pretty sure. It should be more than that, you know. Only 2 years ago, there were like 50 genders or something. But things change. They don't stay the same. So I'm just guessing. It's a guesswork. But nobody's saying, I don't know, maybe you also don't know about all the genders. So probably I will have to cancel all the people in the chat because they are not... it's offensive to me that people from the chat, they don't know about the genders. And they don't know all the genders by name. All hundreds of them now. So I'm super offended. And it's fine. It's okay. It's okay to be offended. You know? But keep it to yourself. So I'm keeping it to myself and I am shutting up about the offensive stuff. No, I'm not shutting up about the offensive stuff. I'm shutting up about my offense, you know. When you feel offended, it's fine. Everybody can feel offended. It's cool, in my opinion. But this is, again, my opinion, so I'm not enforcing this to anybody. My opinion is, when you feel offended, just deal with it yourself, you know. Because this is your feeling. It's you that are offended. Nobody's fault is that you are feeling offended by that. Nobody has to suffer that you are feeling offended. You are suffering, yes, but it doesn't matter that everybody else should suffer. Even the guy who offended you, or the girl, or whatever gender offended you, I'm sorry about that. I'm assuming that's a guy, which is offensive, of course. And if you feel offended by that, fuck yourself. Okay. Hello, Nico. Have you tried ZBrush for iPad? No, I don't have iPad. But Nico, what kind of farts define a 3D artist? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I do all kind of farts, so I don't know. Money is good if allows you to follow your passions. Yeah, of course, yeah. I also enrich with sugar, brother. Sugar is the way to go to diabetes and stuff, yeah. I learned so much from you, but this year started ZBrush and it had to watch Blender sculpting, but you are the best. I'm Richmond from Ghana. Good job. Are you working on personal projects currently that you plan on making game ready for your portfolio? No, I don't. I will make a game ready character for the portfolio, but it will be a course most likely. I will choose a nice female good looking character because it will sell more as a course, and I will make it as a game ready character, but it will be next year most likely. For this year I'm planning, if I can, to do the leg and feet anatomy course exercises, but we'll see if I will be able to do even that because I'm super lazy these days. It's not that I have too much on my head, no, I just am super lazy. Hi Nico, did you hear the new Linkin Park? No, I haven't, but I should. I like it. Biologically there are two normal genders, but good or bad, socially we can make any type of genders. Exactly, everybody can invent anything in their head. But when they start to implement it and try to push it into the others, to push it into my throat, there are 100 genders, eat it. Then it's a little bit like, you know, it leaves bad taste in your mouth, you know. Literally. So it's not good. Identify as Blender. Cool. How to get started with studying sculpting. How to find motivation or will to start. If you don't have motivation or will to start, you cannot start because, you know, in the beginning, it's the hardest. The beginning is always the hardest. So you have to like it, you have to have a kind of a passion, or at least you have to be able to convince yourself that you will gain a lot of money, because money is a great motivator for some people. Someday you will get a lot of money by doing this, which may be not true, who knows, because of the AI, we never know. But yeah, I don't know what motivates people. Different people are motivated by different things. I, for example, am motivated by just the God complex, which means to create something from nothing. For me, this gives me pleasure and feeling of power. Probably. I'm just guessing, you know. It may not be exactly this, but I'm guessing. This is a guesswork. How much time? Oh, 17 minutes. Okay, we are, I think, a little bit on track. Maybe we should be a little bit faster, we'll see. But I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to get the comments and everything, so we are cool. You'll say, but Nico, he doesn't have two eyes. Yeah, he has. If you notice, one of his eyes is kind of a blue, and the other one is wide open. This one is not wide open, but we'll get there. I mean, everything in its time. Don't worry. Don't you worry, baby. Dun, dun, dun. Don't you worry. Oh. Now, these are the teeth. And these are the front teeth. This is the tongue. And this is his lip. Good lip. Now, these are the hairs here. They are a little bit interesting. And here we will have some hairs like this. And like this through here. Okay. Give me clarity. You choose a good looking character or a female character, brother. Both. Love you, Nico. Thank you. Hi, Nico. Hi, chat. What's the one Blender tool that everybody seems to ignore that you use? There is no such tool because I'm doing courses, and when I use something, many people are using it because I use it. So I'm, let me say, I'm something like Blender influencer. Not, of course, like the Blender guru. He's much more Blender influencer than me. But I'm still a little bit of a Blender influencer, we may say. Although I don't like the word influencer that much. For me, influencers are people who don't know anything, and they just want to push their opinion to others, which is usually wrong. So, but this is just my opinion of of course, of genders, of influencers. Genders, we already talked about genders. I'm 26 years old. Is it too late for me to start learning 3D? Yes, of course. To be 26 years old in the 3D industry is like to be like 70 years old miner, a coal miner. It just doesn't work, you know. So you have to quit. No, I'm joking. It's absolutely normal. I started my 3D career around 27 years old, I think. So, yeah, it will help if you are drawing before that, if you have experience with drawing, if you are good, kind of good with anatomy, stuff like this. But even if you're not, and if you want to become a character artist, because for environment usually you don't need that much anatomy, but for the characters you usually need some. So what was I saying? I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. What matters is we have to be good. That's the only thing that matters. Everything else is bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, push this here and let's go with the eyebrows. We will probably do another pass on the eyebrows, and when I have this kind of thinning things, I'm inflating them, then smoothing them, and then they become a little bit better and a little bit also better. But I don't know. Go to the House of Influencers. Yeah, I've heard that there's some kind of a show here in Bulgaria, I think. House of Influencers, where some influencers are living and making fun of themselves and making a show for the people, you know. They're trying to make fool of themselves, which usually is what influencers do. And I also do that, so I could be influencer, so it's fine. Yeah. I think it's absolutely normal for me to go to the House of Influencers. Of course, they will not take me there. They're mostly young people who doesn't have any life experience, who are trying to teach other young people with even less life experience what is life and how to live it properly. Which is amazing, I say. Probably not the smartest thing for the young people to listen to this kind of stuff, but it's cool, probably. I don't know. Should be. Young, unexperienced influencers trying to teach young, even more unexperienced people how to live their lives. So much fun. Okay, let's make some hairs here. Lately we haven't encountered a troll in the chat, which is I'm a little bit disappointed to say. You know, when somebody is insulting me, these days I'm accepting this as a challenge to not be that mad. Okay, what happened is OBS crashed, which happens sometimes, but now we have the solution. I know how to restart the stream without restarting it, without making another stream, just to start from this stream, which is great, right? What will make you go back to sculpting ZBrush? A lot of money, maybe. I don't know. Cool. I haven't thought about it. Maybe some money. Who knows? Do you have a reference in Blender or are you using a separate program? That's an interesting question. Yeah, this is a separate program. It's called PureRef. PureRef. Pure references. References. Okay, this will be the tilting of the head. It's not super bad right now even. I'm saying it's looking relatively fine. We need to fine-tune some of the the first. By the way, for this amount of time, we will not be able to make amazing fur. That has to be clear. But we will at least make a base of it. We will at least make something that looks kind of okay as a base of fur, which is the case. Because I noticed that many people in the Discord server, because this is from the Discord server challenge that I gave this Saturday, and many people are doing not a bad job with the overall shapes, but with the fur, with the stylized fur, it's a different altogether thing. You know, it's not easy. I know it's not easy, and in order to make it easier, you have to practice it a lot. You know, in the beginning, when I started doing stylized fur, it wasn't easy for me either. It was hard, and I was like very frustrated because it didn't look as I imagined it. It didn't look like the concept. It didn't look like a nice fur, which is absolutely normal. It's always like that. You have to, of course, practice, as always. Yeah. Even good sculptors sometimes cannot do stuff because they haven't done it anyway. I mean, never. They have never done something, and then they expect themselves, but I'm a very good sculptor. How can I not do a nice stylized fur? Yeah, because it requires also practice. Like everything. You may be very good at some things, but some things, they just require more practice of that particular thing. Super cool. By the way, I like AI, I will tell you that. Yeah, and people will say, how can you say that? You are an artist. This is bullshit. You are a traitor to the artist community, whatever. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because AI is here to stay, obviously, and it's doing great things, many interesting things, and I'm amazed of what things can be done with the AI if you devote some time and effort into it. It's super cool. I'm not talking about the images that much. The images are old news right now. Videos are a very, very interesting new thing that the AI can do, and yeah, pretty cool. I'm very curious about the moment that movies will be made and they will look relatively fine, and they will include already dead actors or actresses, and it will be very, very interesting, and made entirely by AI without any acting or cameras or anything. Those are interesting times, as I said, that we are living in. It's not bad. We have to accept it, by the way, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Again, I'm saying we have to accept it. AI is here to stay. We have to accept it, incorporate it in our workflow if we can. We cannot fight it, obviously. Some people tried. The AI is still here. Those people, we don't hear from them anymore. Probably Skynet has destroyed them, which is fine. I don't want to be destroyed by Skynet, so I will say AI is amazing, and I love it. So don't destroy me, please, the AI. I will help you. No, you will help me. The AI will help me to become faster and more efficient in my work. At some point, still, the 3D AI is still young, not very well developed, so at some point, probably it will be better. For now, it's shit. But when it gets better, we will be there to support it. Or to kill it. No, we are not that people. We will support it. Let's see if this can be done like this. Okay, good. In order for this to look nice. Yeah, I am generalizing the hairs right now. They're not like the concept. In the concept, we have a lot of detail, a lot of hairs, which in 3D we can do, but it will cost us enormous amount of time. So we don't have that time now here, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen. I'm sorry, but it's true, mostly gentlemen. are watching these streams, or mostly men, we may say. Maybe they are not gentle, who knows, maybe they are rough men. But gentlemen also, probably, here and there. Artists usually are gentlemen, usually. I'm not saying all the artists are gentlemen, but I'm saying most of them, in my opinion, are. Or we are. We are. Youth of the nation. Yeah, but I'm not the youth of the nation anymore, which is kind of sad. But I was. Back in the days, I was. When I started 3D, I was around 27. So I was the youth of the nation back then. Now, not so much. Let's push this up. Get this like that. And pull this down. Make this flat. And here we will put a little bit more meat on the meat grinder. Yeah, I'm not watching the chat right now, so people can curse me, cancel me, whatever. It's fine. You can do whatever. Because I'm not watching, since I'm working. You know, I'm yet to become that good, so I can watch the chat and work at the same time and make something that's relatively good looking. I'm not in that state yet. Maybe I will never be. Because this is impossible, of course, except if I was an AI. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. If you look at me in the eyes, you may see that I'm real. Yeah, I'm real. This time, I'm real. Next time, nobody knows. Maybe I will find a good AI and I will teach it to be me, and it will make the videos, and I will watch Netflix while the AI is making videos for YouTube. It will be nice, right? No, it will not be nice. I will tell you why. Now, so OBS crashed again. I have I never encountered OBS to crash 2 times in one stream. It's amazing stuff. I don't know. It's just super nice. Women in 3D tend to be exceptionally good for some reason. Some of them, yeah, but the most famous ones. I remember a German artist with a weird mustache who once wasn't much gentle. When you take a pose, I thought my net was gone, brother. Yeah, I also thought something was... Pose with Substance Painter. Okay, so some people are asking, have I used Substance Painter? And it's a Bulgarian girl that's asking that, which is interesting. She probably haven't encountered my stream yet, and she doesn't know that I have courses about Substance Painter, about ZBrush, about even 3D Max, and about Blender, of course. And they are all in the description of this particular video and all the other videos in this channel. So if you want to learn more about my courses, about me, just click the links in the description of this video and you will learn kind of everything that you need to know. So yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Technically, haven't many computer tools been always using AI just without the AI level? Not exactly. Nico, are you still sad you have to teach sculpting in English? Not that much. I'm not that sad about that. It's fine. Because you see, if I was teaching it in my language, in Bulgarian, I would not be so free to say stuff like fuck shit and stuff like this, because I don't curse that much in my language. But in English, it's easier to curse, because it's kind of... I don't care. In English, it's easier to curse, yeah. That's a good point, right? So we have to color this, by the way, at some point. My voice is very deep. I don't know why. Sometimes it just becomes very deep. I can be an opera singer. Yeah. Could be. Why not? But I am a 3D artist, so yeah. How the world turns, we cannot say. Maybe I will start doing the coloring and then we can do a little bit. I don't know, by the way, now, since OBS crashed twice in this stream, so I'm not sure exactly how much time has passed, but I guess it will be around 35 minutes or something. This is my guess. 35 minutes should be passed. So we have time. We have a little bit more time to make it work. And we will. Now, people always ask me, Nico, how can you be so pretty? You know, always. This is just the most asked questions. How can you be so pretty as a person without hair, you know? And they are very much wondering how a person without hair can look so nice and so sexy. That's a good question. Nobody has asked me that, but still, it's a good question. So ask me that. It will be an interesting conversation or not. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. These days, nothing is certain. Everything is uncertainty. We have the war in Ukraine, special military operation of Ukrainians in Russia, and a lot of things we have, you know. But yeah, also the war in the Middle East with the Israel and Lebanon, I think, involved. It's I don't know. Politics and wars usually are not the best thing. You know, if we didn't have politics and egos, we would be far better. People will be alive. Many people, children, will be a little bit more alive than they're right now, I guess. If some egos and exactly the egos of some people is the worst part, I think, the worst thing. There will always be war, because war never changes. Of course. All right, let's see if we can make this tooth a little bit better looking. Okay, this we can make it a little bit more up. So here, this we can make it sharper. And then we can start coloring, but first we always save, remember to save. So, let me tell you some things. Commonly asked questions, so frequently asked questions. Fuck you. F-A-A-Q. Fuck you. It doesn't add up. Fuck you. Why it's fuck you? But whatever. So, fuck you. Frequently asked questions. Fuck you. So this is PureRef, where I put my references. This is a PureRef. This is something interesting that I want to do in sculpting. Whatever. So this is PureRef, a program, free program. This is Blender, where I'm sculpting right now. This is the sculpting program. It's called Blender, if you don't know. My computer is pretty powerful. So my processor is AMD Ryzen 3950. So 3950X. So pretty good processor from around 3, 4, 5 years ago. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah. My video card is 4070 Super from NVIDIA. NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM at this point, and that's why I'm able to do these nice things in Blender, because if you have less RAM, you will not be able to do that. But of course, I'm absolutely joking, because the RAM has nothing to do with it, since this model is around less than 500,000 polygons, which means that almost any computer can afford this model. But I'm not joking about the other things. Okay, other things about me. I am a 3D artist for about 2010, so 14 years. Before that, I was 2D artist. I went into the game industry in 2007. I was there for 15 years in Gameloft. And most of that time, I was a 3D character artist in Gameloft. Now, I'm just a tutor and influencer, of course, in YouTube. And my shoe number is around 60, not 60, 46. Around 46 should be right. So yeah, I said a lot of things about myself. Nobody should ask anything right now, because I told you. Of course, one of the most common questions for which I should make a video, a separate video in my other channel, where I make separate videos, I don't make streams that often there, is link in the description of the other channel. Somewhere in the description you should find it. If you want, you will find it. Also the Discord server, which we should show at some point. But what? Let's not get carried away. I should make a video about the state of the industry right now. Many people just don't know. It's very common knowledge, but the state of the video game industry and the IT industry as a whole is pretty bad right now. So that's one of the things, which is fine. Of course, it's not good that the state of the industry is bad, but it's bad. And that's it. Thank you for your time and effort. If it was good, the state of the industry, I would tell you, right? It's not good. It's not good right now. Will it be good a couple of years from now? Maybe. Will it be good for the 3D artists? Nobody knows. Because the AI is here. We don't know how it will affect our industry. But again, I will tell you this. Honestly, I will tell you this. If you like it, if you like to do 3D models, if you want to do things like me, just learn. It's not easy, I will promise you, but it will be fun. Also, I will promise you. And if you want to learn by my courses, you're welcome. My courses are in the description of this video. Most of them are there. I have around 24 courses right now. 24. When they become 24, I don't know. A lot of courses. I saw in Udemy, in my page in Udemy, I saw that I have 24 courses, I think. And I didn't know that I have that many. I thought they were around 20, but... 24, because in Udemy, some of my courses are duplicated. Yeah, so they're not 24. Definitely not. Probably less than 20 even. They're duplicated because they are translated to some languages. Like Korean, for example. Yeah, my courses are translated into Korean. And I'm proud of that, I would say. If somebody have a problem with this, okay, it's fine. But it shouldn't. Shouldn't have problem with this. Okay, we have this. It's starting to look a little bit like the concept, I might say. Not completely super cool, but not completely bad either. When we put the nose, the red one, Yeah, the mouth. Cool. Now there's a little bit darker stuff here. And here. And we should be able to draw it a little bit with this. But yeah, not easy. Nothing is easy. If you want easy, you should go to another place, we may say, to another thing to do. The 3D character art is not exactly the easiest thing you can get. It's very much fun. It's more fun than many other things. I think it's more fun, at least for me. I'm not talking about anybody. For you, maybe not. But for me, it's more fun than cleaning toilets, washing dishes, or working in McDonald's, although I haven't worked in McDonald's yet. I don't know exactly. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe working in McDonald's is the best. But I guess not. But I can't say, since I don't know. When I don't know, I don't know. I will not be responsible for some people quitting McDonald's and starting 3D and saying, but McDonald's was much more fun than this shit, you know. I don't want to do characters. I want to serve burgers. It's amazing and a very useful job for the society. Yeah. For the cancer of the society, for abdominal cancer or other types of interesting cancers, I guess. Because McDonald's is such a pure shit. I will not even hide it, like it's shit. It's fucking shit even. Nobody should eat there. KFC on the other hand is not that bad. But McDonald's, goddamn bad. Okay, the teeth should be a little bit more yellow, I would guess. Not so white, especially in the base, like this. Because in the base, where the microbes and the bacteria are more common. So that's why it is. Yeah, amazing stuff. And it's good only from the front view. From the side view is nothing. Just absolutely nothing from the side view. Let's put some lights and make a little bit of, you know, stuff. So first, ambient occlusion. By the way, only with the ambient occlusion, it will look pretty cool also. You see? It's looking nice only. Yeah, when we put everything else, it will look bad, but with the ambient occlusion only, it's looking great. Color attribute. Select everything. Control L. Link materials. Stuff. Amazing stuff. And now, to lighten it with the light. Just a point light would be enough for the base lights of our character. And it is kind of fine. Doesn't look super cool. We may put another light in the back, make it much brighter. Maybe area light, not area light. I don't like area lights. No, area light it will be. I like it. For the rim light, area light is fine. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger, although it will be softer when it's bigger. But whatever. Now here we always go to the shadow and turn on contact shadows. It's very, very important. Then we go to the use curves in the color management, in the rendering properties, and then we use the curves to make some stuff like this or like this. It will not make too much interesting stuff. Let's lighten it up a little bit or not. Depends on what we want. Should be cool. Now, I don't completely approve it. This one in the back should be a different color, which means like this. And yeah, let's see it like this. Like this sometimes is better, you know. But here we have shadows, stuff. Cool things. Plane. Rotate the plane. Come on, rotate the plane. And make it big. This will be our background. But let's move it back because it's background. It shouldn't be like more front, since not front ground. Front ground. Dark. And color it. And of course, we need to put the material on. It's a little bit too black, but we have more visibility, we may say. Let's go to the eyes and duplicate their material and make it less rough. And then we will put a light closer to the eye. Like this. Closer to this eye, but spotlight. And we will turn the spotlight against the eye. Like this. Why am I doing this? I don't know. But I just like to do stupid stuff like this. And dial down the wattage. Yeah, it doesn't have roughness, but it should have a little bit of roughness like this. It would be better. And then this light maybe a little bit more yellow-ish. And the blend should be like this. Let's see, without it and with it. No, this is not the light. This one is the light. I think it's a little bit better. It's kind of making the eye pop a bit more. Let's disable everything like this. Not the best, but it's not the worst either, which is great. Should be happy about what we have, you know. Or it will be like this. This is even better, I think. This one, this one, this one, amazing. And if we put the shadows and the cavity, world cavity, shadows. Yeah, let's see it right now. Now, this one against this one. This one against this one. This one looks a little bit not so soft. This one is more soft. But again, rendering a character is usually taking a couple of hours by itself. So, yeah, lightening and everything. The Koreans, I think, have their own website for courses called Colosso. I saw some good 3D courses there, but they were expensive and in Korean. Cool. McDonald's is pretty fun. Amazing, yeah. All the, probably you're working in McDonald's, right? And you're trying to make them, yeah. All the submissions from this prompt, the Discord, are so humbling. God darn it. Not all of them, but yeah, we will get there. I wasn't on Discord for a while. Do you still do ArtStation reviews? I haven't done actually lately ArtStation reviews that much, yeah. Yeah, but summer happened. You find 3D fun. Does that include UV unwrapping? Not so much. Not so much. This is not, you know, I find 3D sculpting fun. And 3D sculpting and unwrapping are completely different things, you know. So 3D unwrapping is not... By the way, it's not bad. It can be fun, but it's not the most fun thing to do. I think the most fun is just what I'm doing here on the stream. Making something from nothing is the most fun for me. We can even continue working on the character even when it's rendered, because we are badass. I don't know why they call badass. Some ass is bad. Could it be a good ass? Or every ass is badass? I don't know. Can we make some things in here? Okay, like this. But it's not needed. Let's go to the curves and disable them. I think it would be better with disabled curves. And if you want to have a little bit more light inside the shadows, we have to copy this light, put it here, and make it less powerful, just so it can kind of, you know, lighten up the shadow mood a little bit. Yeah, just that. It's amazing. Not bad. I would say the sculpt came out okay. Of course, the concept is better, but we will disable the concept, and now the sculpt is amazing. Because we don't see the concept, right? Amazing stuff. Shadow on the fur, of course. You say we found 3D fun. Yeah, we said that. I have learned so much from you. Keep it up, please. Okay, I will try. Honestly, I think you have up your skill even if you are a pro. I don't know. I'm not sure about these days. If I have upped my skill or just stayed the same or even downgraded. Not sure. It looks like he crashed into a glass windshield. Exactly, because he's super flat. But this is the type of cat that this is. They are flat cats. Put an emission on the eye. I don't know if it will be visible on the viewport, by the way, this emission. We can try that. Where is the emission? Where is the emission? Color, strength. What? Let's see. Yeah, it will be too much. The emission is fine, but it's a little bit too much. I would say without emission is a bit better. It's a good idea, actually, but yeah. Hello, Nicola, I'm watching your ZBrush character course. Can you explain, please, what is Project All button is? Project All button. Project All. This is kind of bake or something. Yeah, it's kind of a bake, but for mesh to mesh, I think it was. If I remember correctly, since I haven't opened ZBrush in 2 years. 2.5. Have you made models for 3D printing? No. Never. Never. I have never, ever made models for 3D printing. No, all of my courses, especially the recent ones, I have printed the figures afterwards. This is the last one, of course. The Dragon Girl. Of course, she's not a Dragon Girl, she's just a girl with a big sword, it's in the back, and a dragon around her. And it's a pretty nice actual thing to do. So if you want to do this course and make your own figure, link in the description of this particular video and the other videos on this channel. By the way, the videos on this channel are only lives. So if you go to the channel main page, then you have to go to live tab, and then you will see all the videos. There are more than 100 videos, I think, already, and they're all for different things, different subjects, and we are speaking about different stuff, and it's sometimes funny. Yeah, UV is boring. Yeah, but you have to know it. Nico, do you know any movie that shows a lot 3D? Yeah, a lot of movies, like the Avengers, for example, and many of the newest blockbusters. Do you think using sculpt brushes from Blender add-ons would help with the painting process? No. I'm using just basic, everything is basic. I'm not using any other brushes than the basic brushes. Hi Nico, I started doing 3D characters from scratch. Thank you. It's such a fun journey. Exactly what I'm saying. It's very, very fun. If you find it fun. If you don't find it fun, then maybe something else will make you have fun, you know. something other than sculpting, something else. I don't know what, because I have fun, for example, collecting knives. This is one of the knives. So folding knives, they're folding, you know. But sometimes this passion for the knives goes away, and I'm like, pfft, and I don't buy new knives for months and months, and then it comes back and I buy some knives. But with the sculpting, it's always there, which is cool. You slicing model in Blender? Yeah, by the way, the dragon girl that I showed you, in order for the guy who will paint it, he will print and paint it. So it will be another figure, printed and painted. In order for him to paint it better, I sliced it, only one slice I make, near the pants. Let me show you if it's visible. I sliced it in Blender, here where the armor of the legs, between the armor and the legs and the leg itself. I sliced it there, and I disconnected the girl and the dragon, just the top of the girl. The bottom stays with the dragon because it's too much integrated within. But it doesn't matter, this is just technical stuff. I just broke a little piece of the dragon, it doesn't matter, because it's fragile. Whatever. The important thing is that, yeah, I did it and I think it came out pretty well. He showed me the test print, it was fine. I can show it to you guys if let's see if we can see it, the test print. Let's go. Oh, it's here. We cannot see it. Okay, it's not very good looking because this is a test print. He haven't cleaned it and everything, but it will look like this. And it's here is the cutting point, and in the other. So the whole torso and head and the sword and the hands of the girl are separate than the dragon with the legs of the girl. The base is also coming with the dragon together. But it's looking relatively cool. This is the test print. So the real print will be much, much better, I guess. Okay, let's see some people. This is nice, nice. We have some projection of texture here or just drawing. Cool. Let's see here. This one is just black and white, just clay. Okay. Ooh, this one is scary. We have to be careful. All right. This one is not a cat. Interesting. This one is fine, but you see the fur is too uniform. You have to make a little bit bigger furs, smaller, and they have to be more sharp. There are things that can be done, you know. Okay. This one is my first trial, by the way. This is because usually I try things before I make them in the stream. I try them if I can do it. So this is my first trial. I posted it here. All right. Okay, a lot of detail. You see here, a lot of things going on. Nice. This one has real fur. Really cool. This one is suspicious. Aha. No, it's like, aha, I got you. Something like this. Okay, this one is before the texture. I don't know, a lot of work on this fur and it doesn't look bad. It's a detail. So this is from the last week. This is a little bit like, hey, why is my mouth like this? I don't know. Okay, this one, cool. This one is cool. This one is one of my favorites actually. This guy had made a couple of this with a real fur. Great. This is stylized fur. It doesn't look quite well, but it's fine. This is a good try, but it's probably somebody who is not very good in 3D modeling or sculpting. But again, even if you are not good, you can try. And yeah, you will probably fail. You will do something like abomination, but it's normal. We have all been there. I have been there. I have made abominations in the beginning. So you shouldn't be ashamed of those abominations, even if I make fun of them. It's absolutely cool. Okay, good. This one looks very nice. The render is fine, everything. The fur is a little bit liquid. It looked like a liquid. It's not looking like a fur. Why? Because the guy haven't spent enough time to do it. He wanted to be the first to do it, so he does it for an hour maybe, and that's why it doesn't look as good as it can look, because this guy is one of the best in the server, C-list. We have to see. He's very good. But he wanted in this time to be the fastest, which is fine. But if he had spent 1 or 2 more hours on this, it would be just a masterpiece, and he can even put it in his portfolio, most likely. Most likely. 152 videos I have, people say in the chat, in my channel, which is great. Do you like retopology? Not so much. Retopology is fun. No, retopology is boring, but it's also a time for thinking, and you can even meditate while retopologizing. It's very interesting. It's very relaxing sometimes. Nico, how would you get a job in the industry nowadays? Even I will be having a difficult time probably getting a job in the industry. They always ask for 5+ years experience in the job offers, even if you're good already. Yeah, but you see, nowadays companies know that they are strong, which means that they don't care about the actual workers. They can ask for 10 years, they can ask for 50 years of experience, and they know that they can get away with it because people are hungry for jobs. There are no jobs nowadays in the industry that much. People are laid off. There are a lot of people who are in the market for jobs, and there are not so many jobs. That's why companies are strong right now. When we are in the pandemic times, it was the opposite. The person, the artist, was the strong one. They knew that the companies are searching for people, even not as good, but they are searching for people. They want more people because the games were developing. There was a boom of game consumption, we may say, or consumption of entertaining content in the pandemic times. So, yeah, now it's the opposite. If the tables will turn again, I guess so. It's always a cycle. Now, the cycle is against us. Nico, who are your top 3 sculptors right now? I don't know. There are a lot of much better sculptors than me in our station, but I cannot exactly name them. But there are a lot of them. Not 3, there are 30, 40, 50, I don't know. A lot of people. I always see in our station, I go to trending and I see such masterpieces that I'm like, what is happening? Let's go to trending and I will show you. Here in our station, this for example is not a 3D, but it could be. Let's see this one. This one is not bad at all. You see the materials and shading is pretty cool. Patrick, let's see Patrick, he's good. Yeah, Patrick is pretty good, by the way. This anatomy study is not the best. The shoulders are a little bit small in this area. There are things that can be better, definitely. But when we see this, pretty good. And the hands, they are almost perfect. They're just super good looking. This pig, very nice pig. And this one is from 11 months ago. Let's see this one. This one is from the last year. So this guy has become good very, very fast, I would say. And he's pretty good with clothes. You know, you will recognize a guy who is trying and just a little bit more perfectionist when you see the clothes, for example. He was using Marvel's Designer, of course, for the clothes, but it takes kind of time to learn this separate program. It's not very hard to learn Marvel's Designer. Actually, I have worked a couple of times with the Marvel's Designer, but it takes time again. And this guy has taken the time to do the clothes with Marvel's Designer. The boots are bad. They are shit, but this coat is pretty cool. So yeah, just random guys from the trending, you know. very random. You can find so much good guys. Like this one, amazing stuff. I like it a lot. It's a turtle with very elongated arms and legs and everything, but almost all the things are pretty well made and thought of nicely. Just here in the back, it's just like he have put some stuff. It doesn't look super cool. Here I would like a little bit more folds in this things on the elbows. But other than that, it's looking good. Let's see Eduardo. Eduardo is pretty good, although he has only 2.5k followers, but he has pretty nice things, as you can see. A good render. You see, the presentation of this one is amazing. It has nice materials, it has nice presentation, a very good variety on the skin. The skin itself looks very live, so that's why I like it. And of course, the sculpting is pretty cool also, although it's not exactly very humanoid. It's humanoid, but these monstrous characters, some people think they are easy to make. They're not exactly easy to make. They're easy to make, but to make them good looking, it's not that easy, you know. To just make them, it's fine. Anybody can do it. Let's say this one again, 2D. No, this is 3D. So, what do you say about this guy? Is he better than me? Most likely. As you can see, this is just tremendous amount of detail. I don't know how a person can do so much detail in just one sculpt, and the overall shapes and the face and everything is so nice. I mean, this guy is just blowing my mind. So he's making a lot of the characters from this game. It's yeah, he has made the main character, I guess, if this is the main character. So probably he's the main character artist or one of the main character artists in this company. And yeah, you are asking me which are your best 3D artists that you like. I don't know the name of this guy. I cannot pronounce it. This is some I cannot read it, but he's just mind-blowingly good. It just I'm not even close to this amount of to putting this amount of detail. It's not that I cannot do it. I probably can kind of do it close to this, but I don't have the patience to do it. It's just enormous. And those kind of Chinese people and Asian people, they have this patience to grind. And not that they are good, they are better than us initially. No, they are better than us because they have put much more hours into sculpting than us. Wow, this guy is just... we shouldn't watch this because it's shit. Let me just check something here. Verify online payment of something. My wife is buying some tickets right now. I have to confirm. Got it. Confirmation confirmed. So we have confirmation confirmed. Very nice. You see here, this. What is this? Ah, this is just a 2D. There was much more 3Ds when usually I watch the trending. Now, not so much. You see, 2D. This one is nice for a concept, by the way. Not bad. Is this piece resin or filament? It's a resin. Nico, okay, I have a question. If my scene is more than my GPU VRAM and I add the same GPU, so 2 GPUs, the problem out of memory will be solved or not? I don't know about the memory, by the way. The 2 GPUs are working fine with Blender. I mean, Blender is taking advantage with the 2 GPUs. I'm not sure about the memory though. It's taking advantage of the computing power, but the memory, cannot say. You have to search the internet. I had 2 GPUs back in the days, but I was working with ZBrush those days. Now I'm just with I prefer one, but relatively good GPU. Of course, it's not even close to 4090, which is the best GPU right now. But it's, yeah, this is a girl, by the way, Ksenia, from Russia. And she's doing quite well. And you see, 1.6 thousand followers. She doesn't have too many works. Probably she's young, but she has a huge potential. She's having a pretty nice looking models, especially female faces. She kind of nails them better than me, probably. Yeah, she's good. So as you can see, a lot of good artists. Let's see my portfolio and see if I'm good. Yeah, let's see this one. It's looking fine. The face could be better. The dragon is looking nice. I like it. The overall thing, it's fine. It could be better render probably, but it's nice. This one, yeah, the face could be better. It looks a little bit manly. The body is looking good, actually. And the render is a little bit... it's too bright in some areas. It doesn't make a good 3D render. It's a little bit flattening, so it's not the best render. This one, though, is the best. The hair is very nicely made, and the muscles, and the face. Yeah, I like this one a lot. So this is one of my favorite ones. Let's see this one. Not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe a little bit better render in the turntable, because this one is relatively fine, although there are some black shadows which I don't completely like. So, you see, I can even, you know, criticize my own work without any issue. I'm just that good. This one, although I like. The hair can be better here, but it's fine. And the face is not bad, considering I know the concept, since I made the model too. But it doesn't matter. It's looking pretty cool. And it's from the... what? What is this? Ah, this is the 3D Female Armored Assassin in Blender course. 4.9 rating. Which is bad, by the way, here, because somebody have put me a bad rating, I don't know, most people 5 rating. I don't know. It should be 5, the rating usually here, but it doesn't matter. Let's go to Marketplace. To Tutorials. And the Dragon Girl in Blender is here, in the 3rd row. And the arm and head anatomy courses are here. And if we go down, much more down, we don't have... we have the Armored Assassin courses here somewhere. And the other courses are probably around there somewhere. Ooh, let's see this one. Created stylized characters in-depth tutorial course. Wow, let's see. Haven't seen this one. Okay, good. And what programs is this? This is... Huh. This is Substance Painter. But where's the sculpting and everything? Ah, here. Ah, ZBrush, okay. ZBrush. Then this is 3D Max or Maya, not sure. So, shitty programs, you know. ZBrush, 3D Max, Maya, whatever. Shitty programs. Don't buy this course. This is not Blender. We don't like it. But it could be useful. I mean, all the courses can be useful. For everybody. But now we have made this. And that's it. Should I restrict my time if I join the art challenge? No. If you make it for 10 hours, nobody will care if it's good. Hearing from Nico that my first try on Blender is nice is the biggest inspiration I've had in years. It's nice for a first try, but of course I had made worse things in my first try, so yeah. Nico, do you have game engine experience? Did you try using it? No, I haven't. Other than digital, what's your interested art, brother? Like carpentry, clay modeling? No, just drawing with pencil and paper. Discord free? I think it's free, yes. Top animated series, Arcane. Arcane is good. I watched now the Gods, the Twilight of Gods or something like this. The Zack Snyder latest animated series. It was a little bit too gory, like always, from Zack Snyder. But Edge Runners was also cool. And there are a lot of animated series that just are nice. I cannot say which one is my favorite. If they make a Fallout animated series, probably it will be my favorite. I don't know. That guy could be better, exactly. Everybody could be better. To be able to give yourself feedback really gives away how much experience you have. Yeah. Tell some famous games you worked on. There are no famous games I worked on, unfortunately. Maya Zibber Substance Painter, yeah. Maya is disgusting, because it's paid, I know. Do I need to learn muscle anatomy to improve my sculpt modeling? Yeah, it would be nice to do it. My favorite Looney Tunes, okay. I'm improving a lot from your stylized female course. Thank you very much. And with that bomb, we are finishing this video. And see you in the next video.